Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a lot more in store when it comes to the Diddy arrest saga, and we got updates on some infamous Diddy tapes, as there's even reportedly a bidding war going on right now for a particular tape that we spoke about in a previous video, the one that a lawyer claimed to have seen.
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really?
And we also got updates about even some more tapes from the Houston lawyer representing over 120 alleged victims. And while this is on, we keep seeing some old clips surface on social media, and today we got one from MGK before the alleged hair transplant. And when you cross-examine these clips, it is certainly not looking good for Diddy, seeing as we just covered one that showed Russell Brand speaking how it is so hard to say no to someone like Diddy.
Diddy's new to me, right? He looked after me, he took me on an enforced holiday to Vegas. He's a very intense man because I think he come from nothing and now he's very, very powerful. People that do stuff like that, they're intense. Now, I like him, he's very influential. Say that you don't want to do something and Diddy does want you to do it.
And we'll get to more on this momentarily. And even the author of Kim Porter's book, the same book that's been called a fake by Diddy's team, the author is out here defending the content of the book. And we'll get to this later. And today we also have more from Eminem, as 2024 continues to be a year to remember for the rapper, as we got a series of new milestones that hit over the last few days. And we got a clip from 50 Cent that we'll get to later in the video, where he revealed his dream collab bound to raise eyebrows. And before we get to it, like the bottles of baby oil found, let's get the likes to 1,000 real quick if you enjoy content like this, and better yet, it is all legal. And don't forget to subscribe for more. And for starters, we took an L in our last video on the report about Hailey being pregnant during her wedding.
Shit!
The snippet that hit social media didn't include this important bit that started the whole conversation.
We did not talk about this, and I'm totally exposing you, so...
What? I'm scared.
I drove Brittany and Brian home from a wedding that we went to a couple weeks ago.
Okay, but I need to also defend myself now that this is public knowledge, that you are pregnant, because at said wedding, people did not know that she was pregnant.
So as you heard, it was a friend's wedding and not hers. However, some believe that the fact that she already knows the gender of the baby.
We are going to be talking all about baby M, how we told our families, and a gender reveal in next week's episode.
Means this is already at least 3 months in. But I'm no pregnancy expert, but if this is true, the experts on Reddit weren't completely wrong, and the news of upcoming Grandpa Eminem certainly has gone mainstream and international, as while Temporary is exploding in streams on Spotify as we speak. We now see snippets from mainstream outlets like Popstart hit social media talking about this.
Yesterday, the legendary rapper announcing big news, sharing some sweet home footage with his daughter, Hailey Jade, in the music video for his recent track titled Temporary. Have a look. How about that? Slim Shady's going to be...
Look at his face.
That's a lot to take in. That is incredible. Congratulations to Marshall and the family there. Eminem, a grandpa. Yeah, what does that say about a lot of them? Happy for them, not so happy for the way it makes me feel.
And moving on, starting with some new Eminem milestones, Music to Be Murdered By just hit 4 billion streams on Spotify. And this set a longevity record never seen in hip-hop music, as Eminem becomes the first hip-hop artist to hit 4 billion streams with rap albums from 3 different decades. The 2000s has got the Eminem Show and MMLP, 2010's Recovery, and 2020's Music to Be Murdered By, and this is as objective as it could get when it comes to longevity in Eminem's career. And this milestone sparked reactions like Grandpa outselling some of the biggest pop stars of the current generation in his 4th decade. Somebody study this man's longevity, and it went from nobody wants to see their grandfather rap Nah, man. Ooh. To grandpa rapper outselling everyone. And even in the United Kingdom, on the official charts this week, we see Eminem occupy the top 3 spots with Curtain Call, The Death of Slim Shady, and Curtain Call 2. And you see 50 Cent's hits continue to hold on in the United Kingdom. Crazy, to be honest. But overall, this shows how the audience, especially in many major foreign markets, don't care about newer hip-hop music anymore, as just a few years back, this list would have been stacked with new hip-hop albums. But remember, if you point this out, they'll swear that you're just hating on new hip-hop music. But that's not all, as Eminem also extended his YouTube record. The real Slim Shady just hit 1 billion views, and he remains the #1 rapper on the platform. It is now 8 music videos over 1 billion views. And moving on, before we get to the latest on the Diddy tapes, clips continue to surface that don't make matters better for Diddy. For instance, like the Russell Brand video we covered recently that spoke on his character, and now we got one that surfaced from MGK about Diddy being in possession of drugs that could even surprise a quote heavyweight, if you know what I mean. Check out a snippet.
Yesterday, I had smoked something that Puff had gave me, and it was like it was as if I had partied like 3 nights straight. It was the craziest. I was like, I'm about to go to the airport. You know, I need something that'll knock me out. I mean, it totally did the opposite. I was doing crazy dance moves to the weirdest music for 20 minutes straight, like while he was on the phone, and I was just outside the window looking in while he was looking at me like, man, I just wanted someone to go to the airport, you know, just to last me so I can knock out on this flight. And he's like, yeah, I'm my guy. So he goes down, comes back up with his stuff, and the guy shows Puff, and I was like, no, I'm trying to give him like he said the Snoop Doggy Dog is what he said he's trying to give me. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure. I want, yeah. What is that? What's up with that? Where's that at?
Sounds good. Whatever the hell that is.
I'm like, what is that? So long story short, he finally finds it, and he's like, oh, here you go. He's like, now my guy said take 4 hits and like stop.
All right.
You know, and we didn't. You know,
you just kept going.
So, yeah, and so like he was like, come back up in 5 minutes. And I mean, when I tell you I came back up in 5 minutes and like had a result for him, like, you know what I mean? Like if it was.
And then he's on the phone running his empire.
Yeah.
And you're dancing naked outside of his window.
And these old clips in combination with the alleged tapes are gonna go crazy in court, that's for sure. And some users couldn't help but notice. I love old MGK videos where he's trying to hide his hairline, which is wild when you're 22 years old. But he and Puff plugged that leak.
Come on, man.
And speaking on the new tapes and names involved that's got everyone on the edge of their seat, we got to find out some more details about that supposed video with someone who could be even more high profile than Diddy that we covered a few days ago, as after this made headlines, A-list star horrified as alleged Diddy sex tape gets pushed to media outlets. He feels like he was victimized years ago. Well, we gotta find out some more about this from the lawyer who claimed to know about this beforehand, the same lawyer who reportedly saw screenshots of the tape. And this is what she had to say about this news. Check out a snippet from News Nation.
I actually received the New York Post article from the person who contacted me to sell the tape. They sent me that article. I was not shocked by what I read in the article. I was hoping that even the client that I contacted would reach out and see and kind of alert that person that this was going on and to possibly help them. The person who has the tape really doesn't want to shop it around. They really want to help and give it to wanted to directly sell it to that person, but it seems as if they are going elsewhere.
You know, we know that you've seen the footage. You talked about that last week when you were with us. So, you know, as you know who it is, and I know that you can't tell us who it is for all the reasons, right? But as you know who it is, and as we're moving through this story, and it's starting to really feel like it's unraveling, and you feel bad for the person, and we don't even know who it is.
I really do feel bad about the person. Part of the reason that I did come and say something outside of just to protect my own safety, but I wanted to sound the alarm, essentially, ring the dog whistle, if you will, to that person that maybe they should do something about this before it came out. Mm-hmm. If I was them, I would do something about this. And the only way to do anything is to do the catch and kill. That's the only way to ensure that it doesn't come out. You know, we're taught that God helps those who helps themselves. So if we have a situation where that person does have the opportunity to purchase the video, if I were them, I would absolutely purchase the video.
Do you think this is going to surface publicly? I mean, are we getting close to that moment?
From what I'm hearing, I think so. I'm hearing whispers. There is at least one major network, possibly two, in a bidding war for that footage. I believe we're sooner rather than later maybe finding out, unless that person comes and purchases the video themselves, which is really the goal of the people who have the video. If that person doesn't want to purchase it, then it's going to go on the open market.
Even if the sex was consensual, the footage was illegal, being obtained without the subject's knowledge. So how is this possible? How does the sale and the release of this work legally?
That's an issue for the purchaser who ends up purchasing the video. That's their legal problem to then overcome, not necessarily the seller's problem.
And boy, users believe the lawyer in question sounds suspicious. Check this out. So an attorney is on TV openly talking and encouraging blackmail, facepalm, emoji. And another user added if they wanted to help the victim, they wouldn't offer to sell the person the footage. They'd hand it over. This is some disgusting-ish all around. Well, as far as we know, she's not the seller of the footage, so it is out of her hands to hand it over to the high-profile celebrity involved. And to me, this sounds like something that's the norm in Hollywood, the way she was speaking about it. And we got to find out more when it comes to the Diddy tapes, this time from the Houston lawyer representing over 120 accusers. Check out snippets from True Blue Streaming Network.
I think this is going to be even bigger than people can imagine. We are still sifting through hundreds of pictures and video. You know, some of it, it's without context. It's hard to even know what this even means, or what's, you know, how does this fit into the picture. I've been sent just unsolicited via email and direct message on social media, videos and pictures and stuff. So we're trying to sift through all that. So I couldn't even give you an estimate. Yesterday, there was an individual who, of course, did not want to reveal who she was, but was texting me just video after video after video from some of these so-called freak-offs. And I'm just looking at this stuff like, man, I wish this weren't on my phone, number one. And number two,
she was texting you on your personal phone videos of these freak-offs.
Yeah.
What does that say to you that somebody unsolicited feels so strongly about what's happened to her and others that she would send this material to you?
Yeah. And I'm trying to, and here I am trying to figure out, first off, you know, I don't want this stuff on my phone, but laying out.
No, of course not.
It's a difficult road, but the fact that we have 120 people who are willing to step forward, who have been vetted now and are ready and willing and able to file their case. We're going to file them under the Jane Doe or the John Doe pseudonym, but we understand that eventually their names will be made public. I'm encouraging them to talk to the Homeland Security and the FBI. I'm encouraging them to allow me to share their names and their information with the authorities. I'm encouraging them that at some point, let's step in front of a camera and let's tell your story, because there's probably many other people out there who, if they see you on the camera and they hear what you have to say and it happened to them, they'll step forward too. So that's kind of where we are in this. And, you know, we're at the tip of the iceberg.
Sounds like tapes are everywhere. And even the author of Kim Porter's alleged book claims to also have some tapes. And before we get to the author defending the authenticity of his book, in reaction to the clip from the Houston lawyer, some believe they are gonna put Puff under the jail when it is all said and done. And based on what we've seen so far, I think it is at a point where it is about who's gonna go down with Diddy. It is gonna be dozens of catch and kill transactions going on right now, just like the reported A-lister has been, quote, advised to buy the exclusive rights of their tape with Diddy or risk it going public. And moving on, the author of Kim Porter's book that's been called a fake, that's also been removed from Amazon, was on the Art of Dialogue defending the claims in his book. Check out a snippet.
Al B. Shore, Kim Porter's ex-husband, has threatened legal action, calling the book fake.
Al doesn't have the flash drive. So how would he know? How does he know what Kim wrote? And Al wasn't fully in Kim's life. So I'm not gonna bring up some personal stuff about Al B. Shore and his son and Diddy adopting him. I'm not gonna do that. He wants to sue Jeff Bezos, good luck.
He recently filed a cease and desist order.
Correct. They leaked it to the media before they gave it to me. Why would you send it to the media before you show it to me? Because you want media, because you want press. So I know what he's doing. He wants to lock horns. Be careful. Look me up. Look at my other lawsuit. 40 million in Miami. Go look at what I'm doing over there.
Kim Porter's children, as well as Diddy himself through his lawyer, have dismissed the book as an attempt to capitalize on her death.
Are they going to make comments about the victims of Sean Combs, or are they just going to focus on trying to call the memoir fake? Let's see their statement about all the victims. There's going to be 50 new ones coming out. I'd like to see them make statements about that before we start responding to what Kim did. I've seen things that'll make your head spin backwards. We have to kind of just ride it out, see what happens. Other people are starting to come forward already. They're already starting to corroborate, and some people are denying. We know that. It's not my first rodeo, it's not my first book. I already know what's coming. I already knew the family would say that, okay? So I respect them. If they want to talk to me, then have a conversation with me. It's not a money grab. These people have 20 times more money than I do. No one can say like money grab. Hollywood already owes me like $20 million.
And while many users on X maintain the notion that this is a money grab, some have concluded, I don't care what nobody say, that book was spot on with what done happened. And before we end it, 50 Cent recently revealed his dream collab, and personally, I found this interesting based on what's coming. Check out a snippet.
Dream collab?
Dream collab, me, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg.
One word to describe yourself.
Handsome, very handsome.
Now, this is interesting because as we know, Dre and Snoop got an album on the way, and I'm just speculating, but perhaps they already made a song, Snoop, 50 Cent and Eminem on the same record, produced by Dre for the album. But over to you guys, share your thoughts below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.